All right, let's talk about a word that for a lot of us brings back some not so fond memories. Algebra. But what if I told you it's not some scary monster from high school math? What if it's actually a tool? A tool you're probably already using every single day, without even knowing it. That's what we're going to dive into.
Come on, be honest. You've thought this, right? Maybe you even muttered it under your breath in class. All that time spent chasing down X and Y, it just feels so abstract, so disconnected from anything you actually do.
Well, here's the big twist. You're already using the core logic of algebra, like all the time. Seriously, when you're planning a trip, splitting a dinner bill, or even just figuring out your schedule, you're solving for unknowns. Today, we're just going to put a name to what you're already doing.
Okay, so let's break this down. The best way to think about algebra isn't as math in the scary sense. Think of it as a language. A really precise, logical language that lets us take messy, real-world problems and translate them into something clean and simple that we can actually solve.
Now, every language has its vocabulary, right? And in algebra, one of the most important words is the variable. You've seen them. Letters like X or P or whatever. All they are is a placeholder. A little box for a number you don't know yet. It's the what or the who in your math puzzle. It's the blank you need to fill in.
And this is where it gets really cool. You can see how our everyday phrases translate so perfectly. 11 more than some number? That just becomes x plus 11. The product of 4 and 8? Easy, 4 times 8. See what I mean? It's not some alien language. It's just a super efficient shorthand for concepts you already understand.
But, just like with English, you can't just throw words around randomly. There are rules. There's grammar. It's what makes sure we're all on the same page. In algebra, that grammar has a name. The order of operations.
Yeah, you probably remember this one from school. PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. This set of rules is absolutely crucial. It's like a universal agreement that says, okay, everybody, when we see a problem like this, we solve it in this specific order. Without it, honestly, math would just be total chaos. Everyone would get a different answer.
All right, so we've got the vocabulary, our variables, we've got the grammar, the order of operations. So let's actually use this language. This is where algebra really starts to shine, taking a messy real-world situation and turning it into a neat, solvable puzzle.
Okay, let's meet Stella. Stella runs this awesome little home business selling gourmet pizzas. Now she's got costs, right? She's got her ingredients, but also fixed things like her oven's electricity bill. And we can use a simple bit of algebra to tell the story of her business costs.
And look at how clean this is. Her total costs, we'll call that C, is that fixed $25 a week, maybe for supplies, plus $4 for every single pizza, which we'll call P, that she makes. That whole sentence just gets boiled down into this neat little formula. C equals 4P plus 25.
Okay, so now we have our tool. Let's use it. Let's say Stella has a pretty good week, and she sells 15 pizzas. What's her total cost going to be? This is a puzzle we can now solve in like 5 seconds.
It's so simple. We just take that number, 15, and pop it right into our formula where P was. So we've got $4 times 15 pizzas. That's 60 bucks. Then we add our fixed cost of $25. And boom. Her total cost for the week is $85. No guessing, no complicated spreadsheets, just a clear, simple answer.
But algebra can do more than just solve for one specific number. It's way more powerful than that. It can help us see the bigger picture, the whole story at a glance. And that's where something like a graph comes in.
Let's switch gears. Imagine this guy, Damien. He's on a big road trip, driving 1,000 miles from Chicago to Denver. Now, instead of just calculating his mileage at one specific moment, we can use a graph to show his entire journey. We can actually see how the distance he has left to go shrinks over time. So, on a graph like this, the two most important points tell the whole story. You've got the y-intercept, that's the starting line. It shows that at hour 0, when he hasn't even started driving, he has the full 1,000 miles to go. Then you've got the x-intercept, way over on the other axis. That's the finish line. It's the number of hours it took for him to have 0 miles left. You connect those 2 points with a straight line, and you've just told the entire story of his road trip. That's what I mean by seeing the bigger picture.
So, do you see how this all connects? We started with just translating simple phrases. Then we were solving a real business problem for Stella, and now we're visualizing an entire road trip. Algebra is this amazing, versatile toolkit that you can pull out for all sorts of situations.
And I mean, think about your own life. You're trying to figure out that 20% discount at a store. Yep, that's algebra.
You're adjusting a recipe because you have more people coming over, that's algebra. Figuring out a tip, managing your phone plan budget, converting feet to inches, it's all the same fundamental skill, using the information you have to find the information you need.
So really, this is the main takeaway. We have to completely reframe what algebra even is. It's not about the tedious hunt for x. It never was. It's about a method, a system for finding answers, for bringing clarity to confusion, and for making smart decisions based on actual logic. So algebra is a tool for clarity. The next time you're faced with one of those little life puzzles at the grocery store or looking at your budget, whatever it is, just remember, you have this incredibly powerful tool in your back pocket. The only question left is, what problem are you going to solve with it today?